Such laughter, and they're singing the old songs, linking arms.
They're all correct.
But that was from a happier time.
We have to take down the Lord Regent and all his key allies. You know that.
Yes. Hopefully the High Overseer is the first step along that path.
And we must find a girl, Emily. Who knows what her mind is like, being there when her mother was killed.
I'd imagine the daughter of an Empress is tougher than you think.
Quite right. In any case, we won't get the Lord Regent until we weaken his base. All the pieces are in play. He controls the City Watch. Through Campbell, he had the religious faction. Someone is funding the military. And he currently has a majority in Parliament.
Yes, I'm aware of that. My brothers control the voting bloc for my family. I'm very much aware of that.
To think, Lord Pendleton is the son of nobility.
Living on the north side of the river, between John Clavering Boulevard and Dunwall Tower,
Deals are
are
made
advised
here,
to remain
sometimes
indoors
under the
until further
influence of
notice.
wine, and sometimes the influence is the point of a knife.
The Admiral was right in recruiting you. Nothing's been the same since the Lord Regent took power. But at least Campbell's gone and my uncle lived.
For one so steeped in courtly manners, his thoughts do linger long on revenge and murder. Before the sun rises, they toss any casualties into the river. Men or hound, they all go in. Admiral Havelock has seen more corpses than all the rest put together. He has killed whales and men for profit and pleasure. They top off the wine with river water, but eventually someone swoons. Then fresh bottles are fetched from the cellars.
Perhaps I shouldn't be too quick about trusting those two.
My, there is something to you, isn't there? You went and spanked the High Overseer in his own house. I hope the tools I designed for you function to your satisfaction. The fact that I am standing here and talking to you affirms that this is true in several ways. Can I be of service to you?
Anything interesting? So mask optics. I'm pretty rich, so I can buy a lot of things. I'm gonna go with crossbow accuracy because I love the crossbow. In fact, what else? Maybe able to carry some more bolts. That'd be really nice. Bone charms. Yeah, why not? They can be kind of useful. Reload it quicker, sure. And now I'm gonna save a bit of money because he usually sells runes for like 500. So we'll see. Okay. As I was saying, maybe I shouldn't be too quick to trust Pendleton and the Admiral. We're on the same side, it doesn't mean they're my friends.
Next time I see my uncle, I will not mention my knowledge of any of this. But he will wonder why I'm smiling.
Samuel?
Sailors tell tales of monsters far out to sea. But I'll tell you, there's strange things in this river no one talks about. Lights in the water, late at night. I've seen faces, too.
Dunwall is not your ordinary city. I think that's pretty much obvious by now. Alright, let's have a talk with these loyalists.
You did it. Somehow you took down the High Overseer Campbell against the odds. I knew you were our man, Corvo. With Campbell gone, we've hurt the Lord Regent immeasurably. And with Martin back, we'll have the finest strategist alive.
The Lord Regent must be shitting himself in Dunwall Tower.
Yes, and Campbell's journal, let's not forget. Our hope is that in these encoded pages, the location and condition of Emily Caldwin can be discovered. Our entire movement will mean nothing if we can't place the rightful heir on the throne. We must act fast. No doubt the Lord Regent is holding Emily somewhere, waiting to reveal her, to step out as the hero and further cement his regency.
If he doesn't bring the young lady forth soon, there will be infighting among the nobles as to who should succeed the Empress.
Yes,
Is this really the
is
time?
against us. But now you should take a well-earned rest, Corvo. We will decipher the contents of the High Overseer's journal and share them with you later.
I mean, I'm pretty sure she said the golden cats, but sure, I guess.
We'll have to find Emily soon. With Campbell out of play,
Sometimes
they're
I think
likely
this
to move her.
conspiracy feels like the start of a joke, don't you? An admiral, an aristocrat, and an overseer walk into a bar. I wonder what the punchline will be.
Welcome back, Master Corvo. I know your sort. Most of my men that'd been in Coldridge Prison. Well, they had a bit of a rough side to them. I've made my mistakes.
Right, well, supposed to go to... Oh,
Do you mean to tell me you don't know how to curtsy properly?
Please, sir. I was never in service with a noble.
That's not an excuse. You need to learn proper decorum. The Hound Pits has seen a few lords and ladies in its day.
If they were here, I expect they didn't want to be recognized, sir.
Never mind that. Lord Pendleton ought to be shown the respect he deserves. He doesn't require it, but he notices.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
But even so, have you forgotten we may soon be guarding a future Empress? You will be in the presence of the most important person in the entire known world, and you don't know how to curtsy.
But she's just a child, and she's not even here. No one knows where she is.
Well, our masters are just the people to find her, I'll have you know. Please learn your manners before then.
I really don't like this guy.
My father served in the field under General Alfred Pendleton, where he took the wound that crippled him. I hope I will do no less if called upon. Until then, well, there is plenty of silver to polish.
All that he had was lost in the flood. Only after a long day of work will he return to his home and family.
I don't think that guy's necessarily very good. Where did, the other girl go?
All she wants is to lay herself down in the middle of Frommel Street and await death. The fabric of the city is made of stuff such as she. Their fate rests on your effort, on the strength of your hands and of your heart.
Well. Cecilia?
Sometimes I wonder if the plague is just going to go on and on and on and kill everyone ever, and it's the end of the world. Think of that.
Perhaps it is, but Sokolov and Pietro are working hard at getting rid of it. But perhaps they're just holding back the tide, and eventually we'll all be flooded with the death.
The city watch breaks in. I know what I'll do. I know how not to be noticed.
Alright, let's get some sleep. Anything exciting around here? I think I've been here before. Let's go down to have a look then.
Not as a patron, mind you. I designed some specialized devices for them. I kept the blueprints, if anyone is curious.
Don't. I brought you tea as a courtesy to a colleague. I won't make that mistake in the future.
I'm sorry, I only thought... Never mind what I thought. Thank you for the tea.
I have to get back to the Admiral. He has news for me.
Oh. Sorry, Pietro. Guess she wasn't interested.
Corvo, my friend, do you need ammunition or weaponry? Would you like me to craft something for you?
No, do you have anything new? Doesn't seem like it. I'll see you around.
It is every citizen's duty to report treasonous speech and action. The state depends on you.
He has the bloodlust. He tried to seize control of the military after the Empress. After she, the Empress, was murdered. Look at him. Admiral Havelock grows restless on land. There was a younger brother, an artist, sensitive, soft, taken at 9 by a fever. Havelock loved him truly. Admiral Havelock has seen more corpses than all the rest put together.
Gentlemen.
Hello, Corvo. I expect Martin will be joining us shortly. I hate to start your day with such a strange matter, but the servants heard something last night, moving through the storm drains beneath the building. Most likely a weeper, the poor bastard. There's no hope for them once the plague gets that far along. Nothing more than a shuffling corpse full of sickness and insects, if you ask me. I'd appreciate you investigating, just to be sure it's not a nosy guardsman that's getting too close. Here's a key to the hatches. I'd send a servant down there, but they'd die of fear on the spot, I'm afraid. Maybe Piero can concoct some sort of sleep poison for your crossbow if you want to go that route.
Ah, hello, Corvo.
I don't
There are
think...
important things we must discuss. But at the moment it seems we have an unwelcome visitor here at the Hound Pits.
I don't necessarily think that weepers are something I need to worry too much about taking out. Just like Havelock said, they are pretty much just walking corpses at this point. Taken by the plague. Too far gone. Wrench. Pretty sure I'll be fine with the weapons I have. There they are. Oh, there's flies here. Wow, they really don't look very nice. Sorry about that. As for the other guy... Goodbye. A rune? Two runes. Now let's spend some runes. We have 5 of them. And it's time to decide what to actually get. We have Blink at max, we have Shadow Kill, which is awesome, and Agility, which is even awesomer. Oh, we also have Rune Charm. Let's get those. We have 2 more. Do the Plague Resistant and that one. That seems the most useful ones. Now, let's get some cool powers. Bend Time is pretty nice. Gives us a way to slow time. Next one is very expensive, but it will just allow us to stop time, which is pretty cool. These ones are cool, but a bit violent. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but you can probably spend some more runes on something awesome like... Well, it's kind of boring. Level 2 Sword of Boning is just moving faster. Which is nice, I suppose, but... Increases sprinting speed. And climbing and moving. I think maybe... Let's get Possession. level 2, which we don't have yet, we can possess people. But this is what we'll have to deal with for now. We have possession and bend time. So you can slow time. And then that doesn't really matter right now because there's no one around, but it's pretty cool. Alright. We've done what we came here to do. Let's get out of here. Hello, Cecilia.
You went down there in the sewers? I thought I heard a weeper in there earlier. You're probably the bravest man I've ever met. Overseer Martin has arrived. He's with Admiral Havelock now. They want to talk to you.
Dust here, dust there. Feels like the whole world is dusty.
Ah, Martin. The man whose life I saved.
Corvo. I trust you remember Martin, an overseer before, and perhaps again someday soon.
I owe you thanks for my rescue.
Indeed. You've given us a glimmer of hope, Corvo. Because we've gotten what we wanted from Campbell's journey. You've done it. We know where Emily Caldwin is being held.
The Golden Cat, of all places. A bathhouse for aristocrats. Little better than a cursed brothel.
But there's an unfortunate twist. It appears that Pendleton's own kinsmen stand in our way. The twins, Morgan and Custis. Not only are they controlling Emily, but they have the controlling parliamentary votes we so desperately need.
Yes, the Pendletons have to die. But most importantly, Emily must be brought here safely so we can protect her until the Lord Regent and his entourage have been dealt with. Pendleton's waiting for you on the dock. He's asked to brief you personally. I think it's best. Campbell's book appears to contain much more than we expected. He was blackmailing a number of highly ranked overseers. With the information in this journal, we will be able to manipulate the religious faction. The overseers will bend to our will. You've never been to the Golden Cat? No, I suppose not. Me neither, of course.
Of course not.
Interesting. I won't ask, but the mark on the back of your hand. Are you studying the forbidden arts, Corvo? Never mind. We're all friends here.
Maybe.
Corvo, a moment if I may. Corvo, I've asked to speak to you myself. You see, I'm sending you to kill my older brothers, Morgan and Custis. They're horrible men. It's true, as you may have heard, cruel beyond words. Further, my brothers are close allies to the Lord Regent, and as long as they are in Parliament, we cannot gather the votes we'll need to stop the Lord Regent from further consolidating his power. These days, they're best known for exploiting their favor with him to cheat others out of their wealth. Let's just say that not every family evicted in quarantine for having the plague actually has the plague. I warned my brothers in every way I could. I really did. But they never did listen to me. They'll be at the Golden Cat tonight at their usual revels. They'll be protected by the City Watch, so it'll be dangerous. Now go. Please do it before I change my mind.
Well, if they're as bad as you say, I'm pretty sure they deserve to die. But I'm beginning to feel like everything's not quite right here. In fact, let me go up a floor or two.
You're lucky I keep you on.
Lucky? This place would fall apart in 10 minutes without me.
Is that so?
In any case, you can't dismiss me. I went through the book this morning and found 5 mistakes you've made.
Very well.
You're lucky I found them before the Admiral did. It's a nice old pub. These beds have seen quite a bit of use, I can tell you.
It was a milkmaid who started it. She took ill one morning after her chores, but the milk had already been delivered. That was all it took for them to wall the place off. plague spreads fast.
The servants here aren't quite right. It seems Cecilia's the only actual nice one. Wallace is... I don't like him. Oh, hello. You got before me. Phew. Now let's just go through your private journal and everything. Well.
Chapter 32. As yet I have said little of my brothers Morgan and Custis. Twins they are, and 4 years senior to me. Morgan is the larger of the two brutes by a slight bit. From earliest memory, they abused me in every way. I'm not the first to claim their elder siblings were cruel, but my suffering was unique, I promise you. At the tender age of 5, they tied me to the crib and set inside it assorted vipers they had collected over several weeks. My howls and my breathing were muffled by a blanket, and so it was hours before the nurse found me, barely alive. I had kicked a few serpents to a pulp and others had slithered away, but not before I'd been bitten a dozen times or more on my legs, arms, and face. The wounds kept me convalescing for months while those two got away with barely a tongue lashing. Wallace! Bring me wine. Tomorrow I will regale you with the special gift they gave me on my 10th birthday party.
Wow. 9 years old they were when they did. Wow, we keep meeting like this. Don't worry about me. I'm totally not going through your personal memories or anything. Just chill. Alright, it's time to leave the Humpits pub. Samuel, take me away from this place.
I'll take you to the Golden Cat when you're ready. I've taken Lord Pendleton enough times, believe me.